Yes.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Jewelz, and you're listening to the Houston Collective, also known as THC. My heart's racing, can't catch my breath. Love's a silly game, but this one feels like death. Easing closer, faster than a lightning bolt. Oh, my heart's racing like I sing a scary ghost. Ooh, I should've known, should've known, I should've seen the signs. I'm lost in his touch, I'm out my mind. A taste of danger, a thrill untamed. His lips are sweet, but I'm to blame. Oh Lord, I should've known, should've known. Oh yes, Lord, I should've known, should've known. In the shadows, where secrets go to hide, he pulls me closer with nowhere left to hide. Oh no, whispers linger like a siren's fading call. I'm falling faster, Lord knows I can't resist the fall. Ooh, I should've known, I should've seen the signs. I'm lost in his touch, I'm out my mind. A taste of danger, a thrill untamed. His lips are sweet, but I'm to blame. Oh Lord, I should've known, should've known. Oh yes, Lord, I should've known, should've known. I should've known, I should've seen the signs. I'm lost in his touch, I'm out my mind. A taste of danger, a thrill untamed. His lips are sweet, but I'm to blame. Oh Lord, I should've known, should've known. Oh yes, Lord, oh Lord, I should've known, should've known. His kisses shoulda came with warnings. His kisses shoulda came with warnings. His kisses shoulda came with warnings. Oh Lord, oh 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 oh. I said his kisses shoulda came with warnings. His kisses shoulda came with warnings. I said his kisses shoulda came with warnings. Oh Lord, ooh.
Thank you for tuning in to the Houston Collective Radio. My name is Blue, and we're here with Jewelz Melody today. What was the name of that first one?
That song is called Warnings.
That song is called Warnings. Again, we're graced by her presence today. Very happy to have you here. And here's our host, Messiah.
Hey. Well, hey, yes, you are listening to Long River Sessions on the KP. No, I messed up. No, we're going to rewind. Yay, this is the Long River Sessions at Community Cultivation Network on the Houston Collective. And yes, thank you. And yeah, that was Jewelz. And yeah, Jewelz, I feel like I'm going to be speechless most of the time because I'm hearing all of these for the first time. And it is hot outside, but well, like, as always, I got the chills. So but yeah, thank you for coming in. You said that was Warnings.
I think that song speaks for itself.
It kind of does. I definitely agree. So let's talk about how you got into music. We know the backstory. I know the backstory. So I guess at this point, we should let Blue know what your backstory is.
Okay. Woo. Where to start? Okay, so let's start off with both my parents are deaf. So I grew up in a house with two adults who are deaf, and my first language is sign language. I really didn't start speaking till I was like 7, and I was in public school. And so the norm for me was not really listening to the radio at the house because what was the point, right? So I'm a 90s baby, so when I did start listening to the radio, it was like, you know, Lauryn Hill and like all the good R&B groups and stuff like that, you know. So you'll hear a lot of R&B influences in my voice, but as far as really like singing, my safe place was always in the shower. So I would sing about the shampoo and the soaps and all that stuff, you know, Dove shampoo, yeah. And I remember one time I was listening to Alicia Keys, and my brother was like banging on the bathroom door, like, you know, bah, bah, bah. Dang, Jewelz, is that you singing? And I'm just like, yeah, it's me. Why, you need to use a bathroom or what? No, girl, you could sing. And it's like, oh, yeah, that sounds good to you? And he's like, yeah, it sounds good. Keep going. So it's like, okay, so then that kind of like, you know, pumped me up, and then I just started kind of going from there, and then joining choir, and then going into high school, going into choir. The orchestra and the choir teacher were always fighting for me because it was like I was so into like wanting to play the cello, and then the choir teacher's like, no, you need to be a singer, come over here. So that was like a whole thing. And then I got into a band called Shame on Me, and it's been a blessing ever since.
So growing up, growing up with deaf parents, did you guys get away with a lot of stuff?
Horns.
There it is. I knew it.
Yeah, got away with a lot of stuff. I try to be a good kid for the most part, because when you grow up in a family like that, you're naturally like the interpreter. Because, you know, who else are they going to trust besides someone like, you know, your own family member? So I was always getting pulled out of school or like interpreting for them. And there was this one time where like, once I started getting in my flow and started talking and singing and stuff, you couldn't shut me up in the classroom. So like I was always getting in trouble. I was loud. And then I remember one time the teacher wanted to meet with my mom. And so of course I was the interpreter. And so my mom's sitting down. This was a 4th grade teacher, Miss Easby Smith. She was like, your daughter's loud. She doesn't pay attention and la, la, la. And the whole time I'm interpreting, I'm looking at my mom. Oh, you know, she said I'm a good, you know, superstar student. I'm the best ever. You need to go take me to, you know, Pizza Hut so I can get a personal pan pizza because, you know, I was reading all my books and stuff. And then my mom would look at her face and be like, wait, them face expressions don't match what you're signing.
So you still got caught.
Yeah, I sure did.
I was like, oh, man, yeah, I would probably totally take advantage of that.
No,
but they were still parents. Yeah, they just...
But it's been a fun roller coaster ride with that. A fun fact, like, so I didn't know about like smoke detectors and the fact that you had to change their batteries. So there was always like a chirping sound. Like, it wasn't until I was like maybe like my first like boyfriend where he's like, hey, you know the smoke detectors need batteries, right? I was like, oh, that's what that means. So it's definitely a learning curve.
It's okay, but I think I have one smoke detector that chirps still. Yeah, so, eventually, you tune it out. It tunes out. You're just like, yeah, whatever.
That's true.
Once in a while, you're like, what is that? I was like, oh, I need to change the battery. I'm too short. Screw it. So what do you have next on the set list?
Ooh, So all these songs that I'm going to be singing are all they were all residents of my notebook. So they're coming to life. So this is a very special moment for myself, for my guitar, for me. You know, you always see me singing with like amazing local bands, you know, like from Dem Roots to, you know, kicking it with Opie or Nick or, you know, especially Band Fam, Shame on Me. So this is like my own little moment, so I'm excited for it. So thank you for having me. The second song that I'll be singing, I think I'm gonna sing this next one called No Pretenses. In this crowded room, our worlds collide. Sparking lights, we can't hide. The energy between us drives us crazy. A whirlwind romance, no pretenses, baby. Caught up in this frenzy, it's driving me wild. I'm going crazy. Every moment with you feels like dreams. The energy between us drives us crazy. A whirlwind romance, no pretenses, baby. Every move you make, I lose control. Know my addiction, baby, my heart and soul. The more that you keep calling, there's no turning back. Whirlwind romance, no pretenses, baby. Caught up in this frenzy, it's driving me wild. I'm going crazy. Every moment with you feels like I'm dreaming. The energy between us drives us crazy, drives us crazy. Whirlwind romance, no pretenses, baby. Oh, come on, darling, don't be shy. Oh, baby, it's just for the night, for one night. Learn to let yourself go. Learn to let your heart just flow. Learn to let yourself go. No pretenses, baby.
Well, okay. Sorry. I'm like looking at both places. Dude, oh my God, your songs are so pretty.
Oh my God. It don't make me blush.
Oh, you're making me blush. I'm like,
Oh my goodness, let's blush together.
Yeah, I know. This is so awesome. So like, I definitely hear the 90s influences, and like, I don't know how you do it, or even if you're with Shame on Me, like, the nostalgia bomb is like so huge with you guys. And so like, so all these are like your notebook songs.
Yeah, they're all residents of my notebook.
How long has this notebook been around, and how long has these songs not heard public ears?
The point is that they're coming into fruition now, but you know what? I needed to grow some more before I let them come out, because I think I wasn't really ready for it. And now that I'm like, in my metamorphosis phase of like, the 30s and not caring, things tend to be a lot easier. As far as you were talking about the nostalgia part, there was a moment where, and shame on me, my best friend Mel, she literally sat me down and brainwashed me for almost 6 hours, and like we were going through like all her playlists. So like that one in particular, I got inspired by like the 90s, of course, but also from Best Coast, because I love Best Coast. So like there's that reverby, surfy vibe in it too.
So what's your songwriting process? Do you write lyrics first, or are you just like noodling on the guitar and then write words to it?
I kind of go back and forth. So most of the time, like, a lot of them come from like experiences. So like that one, I remember just, having that moment with a person, and I was just like, oh, you know what? I need a napkin. So like when it hits, I'll just start writing. So, and then I'll find like, something that matches the feeling of that moment, and then I just kind of ride with it.
So I know we're doing a handful of songs today, but so how many do you have in the bank? Like, how big is this notebook? I guess that's the question.
It's a 5-subject notebook, and so I have not filled up 5 subjects, no. But I do maybe have like a total of 14 songs in there. So yeah, we're barely scraping the surface. So like I hope like, the intention of this moment is just to kind of go from like recent all the way to, maybe my very first song I ever wrote.
Well, I mean, I feel so privileged to have you here singing your heart out with these notebook songs and like, yeah, I've never heard any of them, so I'm like, ooh, do you want the mic? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm like over here like
it's
swooning.
Definitely a first. You said swooning?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my stars.
I am. I'm like, oh, what?
Oh, get me all warm and fuzzy.
You're getting me all warm and fuzzy.
Oh, snap.
But my skin is got the goosebumps.
Oh, you got escalofríos. Well, I'm glad you got goosebumps because I'm hot.
Oh yeah. Well, I can't tell. It's like cold outside, but inside it's all warm and fuzzy too. So
it's always a good moment when I start looking like Alice Cooper at the end of a set. So
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
You have. Yeah. There's also a sticker of that somewhere floating around.
Oh yeah, no. When you guys are on, or when you're on stage, yeah, there's it's. I feel like it's always been over 150%. Every freaking time.
There's always some hidden Easter eggs around like the food places we go to as a band, because like my eyelashes always fall off, so I always like end up. It's gonna sound weird to some people, but it's kind of a funny moment for me where I like to just take an eyelash and like put it in a random place and see if it's still there. And sure enough, some of them are.
Well, I'm glad that someone else does that, because when I used to have dreads, I would like pluck off like end of it and just like.
Oh my!
Yeah, that's probably a little gross for me to admit, but whatever.
See, that's why we're friends.
Yeah, I know. I was like, someone else is a weirdo like me.
Weirdos got to stick together. They're the coolest people I know.
No, definitely, no, I definitely agree. So, what do you have for the next song today?
So this one is called "Only You," and it's pretty much just like so where I live, there's like a beach that's like 7 minutes, and that's like my safe place, my altar. So like I go there to meditate, and this sounds kind of weird now that I'm saying out loud. I like to people watch. So like you see random kids and couples like walking by. Sometimes you get to see people falling in love for the first time on the beach, and it's just so magical. So this one's called Only You. So it's from the perspective of just like watching a couple like profess their love to each other for the first time. So let's take it soft. magic world. We can let worries go. With every whisper of the sea, lost in this moment, you and me. With every whisper of the sea, lost in this moment, you and me.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm so speechless.
Are you breathing?
No, I mean, I'm like huffing and puffing back here, not because I'm upset, just like,
and while I'm over here, like my legs shaking from adrenaline.
I know. I think our insides are like totally feeling differently. 'Cause I'm just like, oh man. But I definitely hear more of that '90s influence stuff, man. This is so awesome. And like, yeah, this is definitely what I needed for like after a hectic freaking week. But
Oh
yeah.
my God, don't make me cry. I don't want to look like Alice Cooper yet.
Well, I'm trying not to myself, but I'm like,
Cry together and eat tacos.
yeah, no, I'm down. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm a man. I can't cry on
It's
camera.
okay. You know what? It's not called crying. It's called glitter.
I like that. Or venting with waterworks, I guess. So, oh, excuse me. So, what? With Shame on Me, Dem Roots, and who else do you play with?
Nick and Opie.
Oh, right. So what's that like? That the music experience been like? Well, what's the Houston music scene like from your perspective?
I mean, I've had nothing but really positive experiences, and each of those, wonderful people, my friends, like I've learned so much from them because once like I said, going into music, like when someone's like, hey, you should hear this song or sing that, I'm kind of like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So, they've been really patient with me, and they've really helped me like open up my palette more, and I've grown a lot with them. And so going back to your question with the Houston music scene, it's really united in that sense. They help each other out. We push each other and we just vibe with each other. So,
sometimes it gets a little weird, but I feel like most of the time, like within certain circles, it's like such a community. And
it is, and I've been really fortunate to have a really beautiful circle of people around me. So that's why, like, I hold on to them dearly.
Yeah. No, that circle you roll with is definitely one of the most of the powerhouses in Houston. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God.
Yeah, very much some first experiences, like with Dem Roots singing from like the River Revival Retreat to like opening up for 311 House of Blues with like 1,400 people like on the stage floor. Like, it's been a roller coaster ride.
Was that nerve-wracking? Like 14? I can't even imagine what 1,400 people looks like.
They kind of blur. Well, from my perspective on stage is like, I always have to tell myself, okay, Jules, you know why you're doing this. Don't forget to breathe. But most important, go pee first before you go on stage. Because that's a thing. But then, like, once you lock in, like, everything just kind of feels like you're drifting and floating and faces blur. Like, you know how some people say, imagine naked people.
Right.
I don't see that. I don't want to see that, respectfully. But the faces just blurring it. For me, I just see auras. Everything just kind of becomes a swirl of colors. But it could be because, the stage lights are blinding me,
like
too.
These lights? Uh-oh.
So, but I want to think that it's the music itself and not the lights blinding me.
Well, that's good. Yeah. I mean, every once in a while I'll get on stage to like adjust a camera or something, and when I look out and like there's no one there when I'm on stage, but I'm like, let me get off stage real quick. This is so nerve-wracking.
The energy is everything.
Yeah. So do you guys have like a pre-show ritual or anything like that? You're like, all right, we're going to take 4 shots before we get up there. Maybe not 4, but you know. What I mean?
Well, for me, I'm not really a drinker like that. But if that's, that's your thing, to each his own, I ain't going to knock nobody on that. But for our band, I'm kind of like the band mom. So I'm always like, did you eat? Did you drink? Drink water.
Go to the bathroom.
If you're gonna drink a beverage, it has to be at least 2, no more than 2. So like we just kind of like we do spiritually, because in our band, we have our religion that we're in. So we cleanse ourselves with our our Florida water. We do like a little prayer. We wear our colors that ground us, and they're dedicated to our specific santos, our orishas that we pray to. And we just kind of lift each other up. We do like the last minute, ghost outfit check, where it's like, girl, you look good. All right, you get that lipstick off your teeth, type of thing. And then, as long as Pat's fed and he's hydrated, it's going to be a good show, because that's the amazing drummer and music aficionado. So I want to make sure he's good too.
Right, yeah. Make sure Pat's fed, because I feel like other than him being a kick-ass drummer, he's the foodie of the group.
He is the foodie. Like his middle name is Dessert Kelly. So like if there's practice at my house, like we make it a whole spread. We do the potluck thing, and he always brings the dessert. So everybody's fed. Even the kids come over and they're playing and stuff, and then we vibe. And then they take to-go plates so they can eat later and not have to worry about lunch the next day. That's the kind of vibes we roll with in our band.
True family vibe.
So it's band fam. It really is. Yeah.
So when you guys pick the colors, what's that process? I've always wondered that.
So it depends on the day. It could depend on the venue, or like what everybody's energy is at that moment. So for example, like we got the privilege of performing at La Izquierda Fest in Galveston, so that's the beach. So anything that's related with water or the beach, we associate that with one of our, our orishas, which is Yemaya. And Yemaya's color is blue. So we're like, all right, everybody, we're going to wear blue. We're going to wear blue and white, or maybe we need like another door opening, another, pathway to something else, then, we'll wear like a color that's represented to another orisha. So it'll be like red and black, or, things like that. Yellow if we need something to prosper and grow some more,
So do you, are any of your original songs incorporated into any of these bands?
One of them which was Warnings, the first one I opened up with. So actually that song and Shame on Me is what really got me to want to bring the residents out of the notebook, because it was like, whoa, these songs sound cool with a full band. Like, oh my gosh. And then I had people coming up to me like, hey, what song was that? Is it out yet? And of course it's not out yet, but y'all are hearing it. It will be. I'm gonna manifest that. And so it just kind of pushed me to keep going. So yeah, Warnings is the one that it's in Shame on Me.
Oh, so how does that work? Because I would assume when you're writing that song, it's you writing the lyrics and the guitar. How does everyone else bring their oomph into that?
Well, you got to think of a song kind of like a recipe. Like if you're making a really good gumbo, you got to get that roux going. So the roux is like the lyrics and the structure of the song, originally. And then you add in the, the other components of that gumbo, right? So maybe like the bass and then the electric and then, the percussion, and it all kind of just melts together. Yeah.
I can't wait to hear that, because I don't think I've heard, I don't think I've heard the full band version of that. And any of the sets that I've gone to see. Is that a recent one that you guys started playing?
Yeah, so I just kind of like, Malaine heard it, because like whenever I have we always exchange ideas all the time, and she's my music unicorn too, so like I have a selected list of unicorns, so if I ever label you as a unicorn, it's a big thing. Anyway, so with her, I wrote Warnings, and I was like, girl, I wrote something, so I kind of want your input on it. And she'll be like, all right. So she'll listen to it, and she's like, oh my God, that sounds like a Shame on Me song. Are you down to play it? I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. So like if you do want to hear that song with a full band, we are performing at the Continental on New Year's Eve.
That's in a couple days, right?
That's in a couple days. Yeah, I think Tuesday.
With Dem Roots, right?
Yeah, with Dem Roots.
And
and
else.
Royal Sound.
Yeah.
Something like that. I'm so sorry for butchering the name. I know it's like Royal Sounds something, but they were originally called another band called the Jedites or something like that.
Yeah, no, I saw the post and I was like, oh, that's
And a good
different-
reggae friend of mine is also, singing with them, Christina Alicia. And I know Lewis is going to be singing with them too, or performing with them as well. And then New Year's Eve balloon drop, we're going to be doing a whole Amy Winehouse set. So
Oh,
that's
I saw
gonna be
that.
Dope. 11-piece band. Female horn section. You might want to get in on that. Yeah. But warnings will definitely be in our set for that show. So
Ooh, well, and that's a New Year's Eve show at the Continental Club.
yeah.
Well, oh man. Well, for this segment, we're gonna have to come to a little bit of a close here. But Jewelz, we need to hear more solo stuff. Like, gee whiz, like
Thank
this,
you.
like the prettiest songs and everything, and like. I'm also a 90s kid, so it's like hearing all that is just like, ooh. Like, I love the 90s resurgence of like
Thank
music
you.
everywhere. So I'm going to shove the mic on to Blue so she can do the closeout for me.
Thank you for listening to the Houston Collective Radio. You can listen to us on KPFT, Houston's community radio. That's 90.1 FM here in Houston, 89.5 in Galveston, and 91.9 in Huntsville. Anywhere where you can have access to the internet at kpft.org. If you don't feel like listening to us at 3 in the morning, if you don't feel like listening to us at 3 in the morning, don't worry. There's an archive that you can check out and not miss any of the action. Still on kpft.org. Thanks so much for tuning in. This has been Long River Sessions at Community Cultivation Network for the Houston Collective.
Or you can just find us on YouTube.
Duh.
Yeah, well, no, I just
That's right. You tell them.
But yes, thanks for tuning in, and until next time, goodbye. All right, so we're back again. This is yeah. See, I get a little more lively once it's the YouTube exclusive, possibly called the sneak peek here on Long River Sessions Houston Collective, and yeah, we have Jewelz Melody here. Yes, we're going to repeat all of this, but and we're going to start the interview all over again because we want to hear 9 more songs. No.
What?
So, Jewelz, what do you have for this song, the next song up next?
So the 4th song, right? So I promised that, well, from the journey of like the first song to now, I wanted to do from recent all the way to my very, very first song I ever wrote. So this one's a special one because it's actually the first existence of my thoughts on paper.
Is it going to be Emotional Journey again?
I mean, if it is, that's kind of cool.
No.
I want you to picture being in the hot Texas summer in a backyard on a porch swing, hoping that it don't fall and bust because you Texas toast thick, and you are just kicking back and watching the clouds roll by with a special person next to you.
Love all these love songs. I'm ready.
I'm a hopeless romantic, so
Yeah, no, hey,
you gonna
I'm
get
not
what you
hating.
get.
Yeah, no, I love it.
There's a flavor for every person. All right, so this song is called Drifter. Ooh, that is not a good start to Drifter. Our heads slowly drift away as the clouds roll on by. I don't wanna miss a chance with you. feel the way, don't let me go. Ooh, never let me go. No, no. Ooh, you're taking up space in my heart. Oh, please don't let us drift apart. No, I ain't so good at hiding how I feel. Just take a chance, baby, see if it's real. You, only you can clear my headspace. I gotta know, I wanna know, the never question. Baby, I'm falling for you. Catch me, I'm falling for you, only you. So if you feel the way, if you feel the way, if you feel the way, don't let me go.
Yeah, I know. I know. I do. I zoned out for a little bit because I was like, oh man, the vibes are freaking amazing here. Jeez. All right. So, how many songs out of the 14? How many have you performed publicly?
And maybe like 7 of them, and I was like at a Songbird show at Dan Electro's hosted by Catherine Stroud. And that was the only time, and this is my second time bringing it out the pages.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, I love it. Oh.
I definitely have some big projects brewing for 2025, and it's going to be a lot more of, Bayou City Songbird coming out. So
Yes. Oh, I can't freaking wait for all of that. And so, well, shit, you already said that. So do you have anything else coming up? Plugs to how people could find you? I know we briefly talked about, or no, we didn't briefly talk about it. We had a relatively good conversation about the New Year's Eve one. But other than that, like, what other shows are you going to be playing at?
So far, that's all that I know for Shame on Me. As far as solo stuff, I'm going to spend a good chunk of it just putting it all out there on, Spotify and all those other music platforms. You could find me pretty much anywhere on social media at, Jewelz Melody. All you got to type in is Jewelz, Jewelz, Melody, Melody, and you'll find me on everything.
Yeah, go freaking follow her because this is awesome shit. So, like, but your original stuff, it's not on the internet anywhere yet.
No, not yet. So you're getting a
comes
very
out.
cool personal exclusive, and you got to witness my first ever song I ever decided to write.
So you haven't played that before or anywhere?
No, and the person I wrote that song about doesn't even know that song is about them. So it's kind of like,
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, maybe we're continuing on like some sort of nostalgia bomb because I don't know why it sounded familiar, but if I've never heard it or you've never played it
No.
publicly, yeah. I was like, does this sound familiar? What?
No, I like things that are very catchy and melodic. So, like, if my thing is when I write a song, I make sure it all fits and flows, but also, like, is it memorable? So,
Yeah. Yeah, all of these songs are freaking memorable. Yeah, I definitely plan on editing the shit out of this as soon as I get home, just so I could listen to it personally. Oh my god! But shit. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm like cussing up a storm over here.
that means it's all love.
Yeah, it is. No, it is. This is the real shit.
And
So-
it's cool because you got to see me grow as a musician too, because you saw me from the very beginning to now. So
Yeah, but you were still wailing on that mic since the first Long River sessions. Like, yeah, when you guys first came on, like we had no idea who you were. We had no idea what you sounded like. And then the second you guys started playing, we're like, what? And then is it Eve where you have?
when I do the scream, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Go look that up and see her wailing on that shit. Oh my God, yeah.
Or come to a Shame on Me show.
Yeah, or that too. Yeah, go to a Shame on Me show because all the videos that we have does it no justice compared to the live stuff, because the banter between all you guys on stage and the banter between you guys on stage and the audience, it's definitely a show to experience in real life and not on video. But with that said, do you have anything to say to the audience, your audience, people coming up, people listening? I don't know. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, just thank you for your time and thank you for letting me just be myself with y'all. And, you know, if you are someone who wants to write and create or, you know, or second guessing themselves, don't. Just start throwing it on paper and hoping it sticks and stuff, because, you know, it's a process and you gotta just keep going, no matter if it's bad, if it's good or not, you know? So just keep pushing.
Well, I'm gonna take that to heart because
Yes.
yeah, we gotta do this as creatives. We gotta keep doing and support each other. And this is exactly what fucking Houston Collective is all about: supporting locals, showing them off, and making sure everyone hears what we have in this great city of Houston. Blue, do you want to say anything? Are you all right? Okay, all right. She got the thumbs up. But she gave me the thumbs up. But yeah, I'm gonna decompress now because that was such an emotional roller coaster for me. And so, fucking goodbye.